Hello Capricorn, welcome to Monarch Intuition, and today I'm going to be doing your November 2022 monthly check-in reading for you. So I got a channel message for you, okay? So what I'm seeing right here is that you are being tested in an avenue within your life, all right? You've passed this test multiple times, okay? But you have to pass it again to prove that you still have proficiency and mastery in something, all right? So, for example, in the military, every year you have to go to the rifle range and qualify. Every year, right? It's to prove that you still know how to shoot. You might think you know how to shoot, you might know the ins and outs of whatever, but at the end of the day, you still have to go and do it. Now, here's the thing within your life. You're ruled by the devil, right? It represents bondage, chains, and addictions. Every once in a while throughout your life, Capricorn, you have to be tempted by the devil because it's your ego. All the signs have to be tempted by their ego, all right? And they have to prove it maybe once every 5 years, once every 10 years, that they can overcome the trials of their ego. Now, the trials of the ego don't last very long. They're generally like 1 to 2 weeks long. But it's an uncomfortable period. So I kind of feel like you've overcome things within your life, but the devil is here to tempt you. Once again, you have to go through it. You're like, oh my gosh, why I have to do it? Because it's making sure that you do not accept the mark of the beast. It's making sure you don't accept, the easy route from the devil. Because when you're born under the sign of Capricorn, you have to understand that the devil is your card, right? The universe gives you the power to read through contracts, gives you the power to understand double meanings, gives you the power to invoke wisdom from the divine and from the lower realms. It gives you the ability to understand wealth and poverty and all of these different things. However, because it gives you all of these abilities, it has to make sure that you're wise enough to not accept the easy route. So that's your message for you, is that it's a test. It won't last very long. It'll be over very soon, okay? But the test is uncomfortable. You have the Hanged Man with justice. Yeah, just see it for what it is. It's just like an uncomfortable period. You're like, okay, whatever, been through this before. It's just like, maybe you've experienced it when you were younger, a younger adult, and now that you have to experience it when you're older, you're like, this is uncomfortable. I really don't like it, but I can manage. And that's what you have to keep telling yourself. I can manage. It's not that big of a deal. So the universe is basically testing you to make sure that you still are worthy enough to have the powers of discernment right here. Still have the powers of everything that comes with being a Capricorn. You have the world, yeah. Being tempted by the world. Remember, in the Bible, Satan tempted Jesus 3 times. And on the 3rd time, he was like, I'll give you everything if you bow down to me. He's like, well, why would I bow down to you when God created the world and I'm the son of God? Like, that was the thing right there. And that's what you have to understand, is that the devil could tempt you with the world, but if you know what the world is, then why do you care about it? Like, you're busy doing your own thing. It's not about gaining the world. It's about, having a slice of happiness for yourself. So the devil is just tempting you, trying to give you, bow down and worship me, and you have to show and prove that you're strong enough. I think Jesus did it, for 40 days? Fasted for 40 or 30, 40 days. So I don't really think it's going to be that long for you. It's just, it's uncomfortable, whatever. But the cycle will be complete. You'll move on. Yep. You have the Hierophant coming out. You have the Wheel of Fortune, and you have the 8 of Swords. All right. Hierophant in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the 8 of Swords. Yeah, you're going to feel stuck. You're going to feel like God has abandoned you right here with the Hierophant. But here's the thing. God turned his eyes away from Jesus too when he was dying on the cross. But he was still there. He was still God. That's what you have to understand. You might feel in a situation where you feel like your Wheel of Fortune is turning downward, all the way down. The devil's there. But the devil is just testing you to make sure, or God is testing you to make sure you're still deserving of these gifts. Should we continue to bless Capricorn with the ability to read through contracts, to understand double meanings, to understand the negative polarity, to understand the devil, the inner workings itself of contracts and all of these things? Or are they going to take the easy route, bow down to the devil, and, the devil wins? The Wheel of Fortune is like, once it goes down to the bottom, there's only one way to go but up. It's a rock bottom situation for a Capricorn. It makes you feel chained to the Eight of Swords. You feel like there's no way out. But here's the thing with the Eight of Swords. She's not chained to the Eight of Swords. She's wrapped up with cloth. She has cloth around her eyes. She feels like she's chained to the Eight of Swords. All she has to do is wiggle her body like that, and the bandages fall off. And then she can free her hands and pull her blindfold off. And guess what? She can walk away. Like, it's such an easy situation. People make the Eight of Swords too hard for themselves. They think that they are mentally stuck. They think they're mentally chained to it, but they are not. You are causing this cycle to go around and around. If you sit there and think, oh, poor me, oh, poor, pitiful me, this situation will last longer than what it has to. If you take it with stride and say, I understand that this is a test in order to keep everything that I have, it will go by very quickly, all right? This is not meant to last for a long time for you. So the Hierophant in reverse, let's clarify this. You have the Lovers and the Chariot. Yeah, are you deserving to connect to the Chariot? Are you deserving to overcome death right here? Because that's what the Chariot represents, the prophets who never died in the Bible. One of the prophets was brought up into a chariot. The Lovers represents being connected to God. It's Adam and Eve. Bless Capricorn. I had something stuck in my throat. I had to go and drink some water. I was like, eh. So I was starting to get like grovelly and I felt like a frog in my throat. But connecting yourself to God, connecting yourself to a higher situation. God has not forsaken you in this. God is not abandoning you. I mean, when Jesus was dying on the cross, like that was the whole thing. He's like said, God, why hast thou forsaken me, right? But he wasn't forsaken. He was dying on the cross. He came back after 3 days, right? He was brought back to life. This is what this is. You feel like this organization, this situation with the Hierophant is turning its back on you. But that is the motive right here. That's the motif behind this scenario for you. What is this Wheel of Fortune? We have the Star and the Hierophant upright. Yeah, you're going to be able to connect to the Hierophant again. You're going to be able to connect to God. The stars represent connections of the constellation moving forward within your life. The stars also represent the birth chart that you have. So I feel like this is something that is just a reoccurring process within your birth chart. Go and look at your birth chart. It's just like, can you connect to God? Can you connect to the Hierophant again? Yes, you can. It's just a brief period of time where you have to be tempted by the devil. You have to kind of succumb to the fate of the devil, but then rise again in 3 days. That is what it is. So let's look at this Eight of Swords energy. We have the Nine of Pentacles and we have the Emperor. You're connecting back to your status again. That's the great thing about this. You will connect back to your status once again. It's just a brief, short time period. The Nine of Pentacles represents you're going to be back in your garden. The Emperor represents the authority of the garden, back in the Garden of Eden with the Lover's energy. You have the Knight of Swords coming out. A message is being sent to you. What is this message? The Four of Cups. You don't want to hear it, though. You don't want to take this message as truth. You're sitting there thinking, I don't want to do that. But that's the only way to move forward. The angel is offering you a new way, a new path. All right? Oh. But it can also represent that you don't know where this cup is coming from. Where's this cup coming from? The Two of Cups. Is this Two of Cups good for you, though? The Hanged Man. See it from a higher perspective. So yeah, it is. See it from a higher perspective. It's coming from the angel. The angel of temperance is blessing you with this Two of Cups. It's trying to give you a connection right here. It's trying to show you the way. It's okay. All right? Because at the end, remember, the angels came and ministered to Jesus and gave him food and water after he had passed the 3 trials of the devil. So that's all this is. It's just the same, something that you've had to deal with in the past. It's coming back up. Oh, this card wants to come out. 9 of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Tower. Ooh, okay. Here's the thing, though. Don't accept energy from the devil. Don't accept a wish come true from the devil because that's the Tower, all right? The 9 of Cups is here with a wish. The Queen of Pentacles does represent the devil. It's trying to give you a wish, but the wish is the Tower behind it. So if you accept the gift, that's your own destruction. That's the message that needs to come out for you. If you accept the gift from the devil, destruction follows it. You have to prove that you're stronger than this. For those of you who want to know why, I know I've explained it, but for those of you who want to know why, let's look at that. Why does Capricorn have to deal with this energy? I'll take that. You have the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Five of Pentacles, and you have the Seven of Pentacles. Because it needs to make sure you can deal with the Five of Pentacles again. Because your earth energy, right? Can you go from the Ten of Pentacles back to the Five of Pentacles, not rely on wishes from the devil to continue to grow your garden from the Seven of Pentacles? So basically, it's a pruning process because you're an earth sign, right? You have to be pruned sometimes. It is what it is. In order to grow you into a beautiful, strong, healthy tree, you have to prune a tree from time to time to make sure that that tree can grow back stronger. Pruning a tree means you're cutting off, a bunch of leaves, taking off the fruit, taking off some of the limbs. But the tree can regrow. It's kind of like when you want to grow a tree to grow a certain way, like, like the triangle, like a perfect triangular tree. You have to prune it. You have to go up there and shear it and all this other stuff. It takes a long period of time. But that's what's going on for you. It has to set you back so you can grow forward again, to make sure that you're still worthy to be in the garden. Because if a tree dies from a pruning process, that means it was a weak tree, and that tree should not be there. That's what this is, Capricorn. If you cannot survive the pruning process, you don't deserve to be in the garden. If you can survive the pruning process, then you deserve to be there. And you can reforge, and the universe is not going to let you down. The universe is going to come in and nourish you and water you again with the Two of Cups. The universe doesn't want to see you kicked out of the garden. The universe doesn't want to see this tree fall, especially when it's been raising you all this time and giving you all these gifts and feeding you the fertilizer and all this other stuff, right? Well, giving the tree the fertilizer, you know what I mean. Not feeding you the fertilizer, that'd be gross. But you have to think of it from that perspective. If the universe is blessing you with all these gifts, giving you, feeding you, nurturing you, whatever, and it needs you to grow straight up in this triangular, pattern, then it has to shear it down. The Ace of Cups watering you. I think I said the Ace of Cups just now. But yeah, that's all this is. It's a watering process. Okay? Two of Swords, you can't see it. Three of Wands, but it's coming in. Two of Wands, a new situation. You can't see that the new situation is coming in, but it is coming in for you. You can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. It feels dark for you. It feels scary, but it's fine. You have the Eight of Pentacles working very hard on your craft, moving forward. You will be going from the 7 to the 8 to the 9 of Pentacles, okay? It is what it is. You go to the 5 because it's the pruning process, but you're not at the 1 or the 2 of Pentacles. You're at the 5. It feels bad, but, the 5 goes into the 6, the 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, right? Yeah, the Ace of Swords. That's the truth coming out for you. You have the information. So let's look at your spellcasting oracle cards. You have friendship and you have home. Focus on your home right now. If you're going through a financially difficult time, focus on the friends. And, a lot of people think that they have to go out and party and all that other stuff. If you have some friends, if you have people within your life who you like hanging out with, invite them to your home. Or go and do home parties. You don't have to always go out and drink and go to the movies and all that other bullshit, right? Sometimes the universe sets you back so that way you can take care of your home. Maybe the universe is saying, hey, connect with your home. Clean up. If you don't have the money to go out, if you don't feel like you're able to go and do the things you want to do, then stay at home. Find the things that make you happy. Connect with people online. That could be the situation too. You can make a lot of friends online. Like if you play video games and whatnot. Scrying, intuition, trick or treat, mischief, and play. Take it like a game because that's all it is, Capricorn. It's all a game. Scrying, intuition, use your intuition. Understand that nothing from the devil can ever be good. You have these gifts of discernment. Your ego has to test you to make sure that you can still pass it. I wish it was better for you, but, just overcome it. You will overcome it. It's a 5 of Pentacles situation. It doesn't last too long. Let's look at how long it could last for you. Yeah, the 7 of Cups. Not very long. It's just a quick little fantasy. It's like a dream state. With the devil. Yeah. Look. It's the devil fantasy. It doesn't last very long. All right? So let's look at your, what are these? Awaken Oracles. We have Friend Flurry, La Luna. Maybe it'll be done by the next full moon. Maybe it's going with the phases of the moon right here. Maybe you just have to deal with it for a month. Maybe that's all it is just a month. Maybe it's just 7 days. 7 days of the devil, 7 days of just absolute misery. Let's look at your Witch's Familiar. But you survived it. You get wrapped up. You grow from the situation. You become stronger. Retreat. Yeah, retreat from the situation. And Owl, wisdom. Have wisdom. Retreat from the situation. If it feels too good to be true, if the devil is coming after you, run away from it. Just be like, no, I'm good. That's it. It is what it is. And it's not like saying run away and throwing the red flag right here. It's just saying know the battles you can win. Can you, if you accept something from the devil, can you truly win the battle at the end? No. All right, so then don't take it and just walk away from that situation. There's no shame in that. Have wisdom. Wild ox, strength, courage, determination, opportunity, initiation, life change, and destiny. Yeah, your life is changing. You're moving towards your destiny. You have one joy and happiness, harmony and partnerships, positive family relationships, and good teamwork. So I feel like it's going to work out for you, Capricorn. It's just a brief period of time. Don't give in. Don't accept the devil. Don't show that you're truly worthy to, have the blessings of the universe. Because every year you're going to have to, not every year, but, like that old analogy that I gave at the beginning. Every year there's going to be that, you have to do that test again. Have to take that test again. Think of it like all the jobs you have to, at your workplace, at all of the jobs, you have to take those safety brief seminars online every single year. So that's all it is. Okay, Capricorn? So anyway, I'll talk to you later.